Because I thought if I could just keep trying to be understanding and keep being nice and keep trying to love, that it would work out, and that doesn't work out. So I recently relapsed back into red pill content. Back in 2020, 2021, 2022, it was a dark time. Not only was it because we were just sitting in our homes the whole time, but at that point, by 2020, it's already been maybe 3, 4 years where I just haven't had any connection with a girl. And during 2020, 21, 2022, there was a rise of what you could say, self improvement, red pill content coming out of this age, a lot of different other things and factors leading up to it, but it was definitely the rise of a big figure everyone knows, Andrew Tate. Through the rise of Andrew Tate, this led a big movement of like men going into that sort of thing, into self improvement, which is the good side of it, and then like the red pill content, which is probably the bad side of things. And whenever I was into it, I've always took it with a grain of salt, but at one point I was really deep into it. I mean, and I'm still taking everything with a grain of salt, but it's just like, in a way, it's like mental masturbation. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know how I feel about it, but I know that when I watch it and I can have because you don't get this type of support from your dudes in real life. The only way that you get the support from your dudes is if you seek out other hurt men online doing red pill content. That's the thing. Men don't have a support system to go to their friend. Like, you can, it does happen, but it's just not the same. It's very sparingly. I do it, and I've been able to pull it off with a couple of my friends, but it's not like they ever do it to me. And so I do it when I need to, but I feel like a burden if I keep doing it. And it's just not the normal way that we deal as men with our issues. We don't talk about it. We just don't. I've been blessed that maybe I can go up to a couple of my friends that I've known since middle school, elementary school, and voice my concerns and everything that I'm thinking about. But most guys don't have that. I think I'm in a very privileged spot that I have maybe, five guys that we've always been around. We might not speak too much right now. We're all busy getting our lives together, getting wives and girlfriends and whatever, making money. But I know I can reach out to most of them, and at least they can lend an ear. I really appreciate them. And so, when guys are lacking this, the only place that we can retreat to is people like Andrew Tate. Dude, go and fucking break out of the matrix. Listen to a couple of Red Pill podcast people. Fucking Myron and I don't even know what they're called anymore. Fresh and Fit. Used to be a little bit of Sneeko as well, I guess. There's only a couple of them. First Man. There's really only like less than 10 big name ones that you can even think about. Because that's the only place that we as men have to go. So we just start hearing these stuff like, oh, shit about single mothers, shit about women in general or whatever. And it feels good for a second because I'm hurt because I just got fucking absolutely stepped on by this girl. But I don't know what's right or wrong. I don't know if it's the current state of dating or what. Because what I've realized through this experience, in my heart, I just want to love more. So I just want to understand more, and I want to love more, and I understand that this other person that I'm talking to has traumas and has dealt with so many bad things, and in a way, it's like, I guess, a little bit like God, like Christianity in a sense. Like, how much can I love this person? Set aside myself to heal this person and want to heal this person because they were able to treat me so well for a certain amount of time. And I don't know. I guess that's maybe that's just an effect of being love bombed in its sense, because I've never gone through this, but that's how I feel. Okay, because going through this experience with this person has made me actually understand all the fucking songs, all the movies of stuff, why people do things that are crazy for another person. Why? Just like why? It all makes sense. Because when you're dealing with another individual in the terms of relationship and you're trying to love each other, shit just fucking happens. It's such a powerful emotion. And so I understand why people end up being fucked up now. In reality, it's so easy. It's so easy to go deal with another person and end up being fucked up. In a sense, it doesn't. It's incredible, and I don't want to be that way though. Like, in my sense, I was very insecure and anxious. And as a man, you can't be that, I feel. So even though one side of me says, oh, you should love and keep giving love and keep trying to understand this person in a sense that maybe like God would do, because it's like you have to understand, like, people are just hurt. So if I want to love you and I want you to succeed, then I would need to love you through these things because I want it to work as well. But another part of me, and I guess what common, this isn't even, I mean, this is in Red Pill, but this is also just in general. I've heard even like women, I don't know how you call the women's side of Red Pill, because girls do it too. And it's not, I'm not talking about that ginger girl either. Some other women do this, but I forgot what it's called. And regardless, what they even from a woman's perspective, I have heard. You can't be emotional as a man. That you can't, like, it's a sign of weakness. It really is. Even though they might want it in the moment, it never ends up positive. So like, being anxious, being emotional, crying, all of that is something that you have to separate yourself from and be stoic as a man, is what the general consensus says. Be stoic. And I feel like if I was stoic in this past situation, then I wouldn't be hurting. Then I wouldn't have ruined everything. Because I was way too anxious, way too emotional with these things, that I drove that person away. And since it was my first relationship ever, really, that's just, I guess, how it goes down. But I don't like that either. The only reason that I was hyper emotional is because there was no communication, or the communication started to lack at one point. So how much is it my fault, and how much is it the other person's fault for all of a sudden wanting to stop to communicate? I'm not sure. But regardless, you just can't be emotional as a man, is what it feels like. You can't be real. I can't be authentic. I really can't, because you end up losing. If you think about it from a war perspective, as soon as I give up these things, you've sucked it out of me. You got everything that you wanted out of me, and then now what am I? So I don't like that dynamic. I don't like it, and I don't know what to say about it, because I thought if I could just keep trying to be understanding and keep being nice and keep trying to love, that it would work out, and that doesn't work out.